Ignorance is at an all-time high as the American flag continues to fly, blowing guilt-free despite the wailing cries from these strong and healthy but seemingly helpless Americans. Afraid to take a stand, so these are the new pleas for justice, because social development has been molested and arrested by the most pathetic, newly elected White House resident. So the new question becomes, how low can we actually let this egomaniac go? Fast and not slow, no breaks from the foolishness. But this is our 45th president, politicking, polling, and now parading with little to no precedence, just embarrassing ignorance. It's like the country is moving backwards because we accepted and even voted for this nonsense. No more brave stands by spiritual men. Now athletes are forced to speak as we sit quietly in our seats being entertained, comfortable and pacified, so we refrain, neglecting our basic rights and common sense, making our future look extremely dense. And to add insult to all of this, our so-called commander-in-chief, the leader of this new bigoted faction, also known as the Republican distraction, is so vocal, wild, and reckless, not to mention a narcissist and a racist with no conscience and no disguise. Just more and more contradictions and lies. And he really likes when he can get a rise from otherwise sensible Americans, just distracting while we're overreacting. And the Senate is constantly plotting and passing more laws and bills to fill already full pockets and not protect those innocent, defenseless, peaceful Americans. Americans who wear their own disguise and actually act surprised when a thief steals, a dog bites, or when a fool actually acts a fool. We laugh when he's cutting the rug and then get pissed when he pulls it from under us. Now upset and falling because this flawed system is failing, just bailing criminals out of jail, while their warden is on the national podium supporting them, the intellectually impoverished, supposedly suppressed whites with skinheads, just ignorant and misled, but still raising hell, screaming obscenities, inciting riots, and starting racial fires. All of this because we unbelievably gave the gambler, the casino master, the ultimate power. And now we actually have the audacity to get mad because a Trump played a spade right after he cut one. And he can't lose because his position obviously doesn't have rules. Although we did get to choose, the country embraced a wild card out of sheer revenge of losing a high-stake poker hand to a black man that was really mixed. A smooth criminal with political tricks, so he made 4 feel like 6 and then ended with 8. And by the time America realized he was back in, old mama was about 9 months late. So now the country became pregnant with hate, despising everything he said or did. So much so they dealt the next hand to a grandiose kid who plays with lives like they are meaningless toys as he shuffles policies to pull little girls and boys from their mothers and fathers, sisters from brothers, tearing families apart, reneging on our original stars, making it even harder to believe that we have empowered heartless thieves to rule and make rules, taking us to school as we're willing to choose to sit idly by and not even try to impeach this hateful preacher, preaching his narrow-minded views while screaming fake news and pointing his condemning finger as he uses the other deranged members to constantly tweet ugliness and hate as he breaks every moral, all while murdering social morale with no couth or style, awakening age-old prejudice, casting unjust judgments, creating the kind of conflicts that will make Martin Luther King, Mother Teresa, and even Gandhi sick. A mean-spirited prick who bleeds fear, and this type of hemorrhaging doesn't clot. So to try and reason and ask him to stop would be as senseless as it would be to ask to see any positive progress or constructive change that this deranged administration has made since this divided nation out of frustration laid the foundation for this Trump to tower. The country basically accepted the deal, cut the deck, and then foolishly played the Trump card. So now we are left stumped hard by several intriguing questions, maybe just a reflection session from the guilt of our worst selection. So I ponder and start to wonder, was he really the lesser of the two evils? Or a sociopathic serial killer just trying to kill her, verbally attacking poor, innocent little Hillary on national TV, and we were just his cheering witnesses, or maybe his new apprentices, learning this vicious skill of hate, berate, take, and kill. Regardless of the role he played, we still had free will, and he was reluctantly erected, so he is selfishly elected to not wear protection as he penetrates the heart of this country, leaving a sordid infection from his flagrant disregard for decency, dignity, and humanity. Insanity at its best, but not for him, because it was us who failed the test. He was just a vengeful selection, maybe just our ugly inner reflection that we suppress, because we detest the Trump in us. But But we voted him in, so now he's out able to freely roam about. So take a comfortable knee and continue to kneel, asking yourself, is this even real? Or did I mistakenly take the blue pill? And we have been casting into his matrix because we voted the short stick. Nevertheless, regardless of what you or I might think, we have definitely learned that in this sick and twisted term, a big enough wall will easily solve it all. Black lives don't really matter, and that women are not actually respected and protected. They are just sampled and tested, dissected and discredited, while this country is being prostituted and looted by so-called dignitaries overseas because Trump and Russia, they are thick as thieves. And now we realize that the matrix is real and these guys are making shady deals. And even though the black cat just walked back, it didn't change a thing because the governmental scene is still looking funny, as American money is changing hands along with strategic land so fast that the naked eye is unable to see, probably blinded by our hypocrisy, or worse, his honesty. Regardless, this country is being raped, pillaged, and undressed, left naked and less. The American pie is being ravaged by wolves in suits and nice clothes. So no more American dreams, just nightmares for anyone who dares to fall asleep on this watch. Because this hand is far from over, but the game will eventually end, sadly only to begin all over again. But next time probably played by shined and polished presidential men who are much more discreet at hiding their deceit, chasing approval as well as the check, acting much more politically correct. Refined gentlemen who will always worldly win. Because in this game, the only losers are the so-called popular choosers.